Kathy, you spoke on project number 3 today, which is get to the point. I think getting to the point is one of the hardest exercises in any day-to-day conversation. How do you communicate the message by getting to the point, by not distracting your listeners by any noise or anything that is not relevant to the information that you're trying to pass on? And yet, how do you add details that are not so relevant but interesting in the conversation? And I think that's the job that you did very well. You got to the point. That was your task at hand. But you also delved in details like John tagged along with me. He is a photographer and had an all-expense trip paid to Rome. So you were dwelling on details that were not very relevant to the subject or the task or the information that you were delivering, but you were adding details that were interesting, and these details were not long enough to distract us from the main topic. So you did that very well. And I also noticed that you were very comfortable standing here and giving the speech. You were affable. I saw your leg flying out like that, which made me think that you were very comfortable, and believe me, it came out flying very elegantly. Not And I also thought that the beginning of your speech was great. You had suspense tied into the very first sentence, and suspense brings humor and gives us the audience in a snap of a finger. Great job there too. And this is how your beginning was. My mother always taught me to expect the best in life, but my father said prepare for the worst. There was suspense and there was humor in that beginning. Now let's focus on where you can improve. I think you did a better job this time with your pauses, and I noticed that in a few places you did pause for a long enough time, and I yet believe that you can improve with your pauses a little bit more. You can give us a little more time to absorb what you're saying. And the beginning was great. It had a lot of suspense in it, but I thought it was also a little bit misleading, because I think the goal of your speech, and correct me if I'm wrong, but the information that you were trying to give us was be well planned. However, you also told us what your dad told you. Prepare for the worst. So I don't know whether you were trying to also tell us prepare for the worst or not, but for the most part I was getting that you were saying plan well, plan well, plan well. So I think you could work a little bit on how you could tweak that. And I also believe, I know you're still just on CC3, but I believe you could have used the stage a little more generously. Your hand gestures could have been a little more generous as well. But I think overall your speech was great and I enjoyed listening to it.